It's the OCG Fam Show. Let's just talk about overwatering. It'll be fun. Hey there, Bob from Oregon's Constant Gardener. Welcome to the OCG Fam Show to you, my YouTube buddies. What's going on? How you doing out there? Let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it after the show. Right now, let's just get into the show. I got a little short thing today that I think might be useful to some of us, especially those some of us that maybe just getting started in the gardening thing. We've talked a lot recently about watering to runoff. How much do you water on a particular watering? But it's also encompassed the subject of how much do you water, how often do you water, how much water do you put on that plant? And I think a lot of times our fear is underwatering and not overwatering. It's easier to over than to under, it feels like, when you're aggressive or at least trying to take care of that plant because you love it. And Scott talked a little bit about that in the last Viewer Questions episode, just about the topic of overwatering. And I thought it was interesting. I think you might find it interesting too. So I'd like you to watch this clip and I'll talk to you after.
As a newer grower, I think a lot of newer growers, they end up watering so much because they love their plants so much that they drown them. And when they're drowning, they don't want to be aggressively growing, so they end up with smaller, plants that look heavy and they're like, oh, they look droopy. And it's like, often the droop isn't just underwatered, it's overwatered, and they're like, oh, man. And so they get just heavy. So
is that what you say probably the two main killers is overwatering and underwatering?
Well, if you go to a tropical plant store, let's say the number one killer of all houseplants is you, the human, because you love them so much you overwater them. And so it's really a matter of, one of my customers goes by Don Juan. Back and forth, challenge on plant health at the beginning, and then it comes down to I was loving my plants too much and I overwatered them. So as you learn your watering practices, that's just as magical of a tool as Herculean flushes. If you can dial in watering, the rest of it just becomes very easy to maintain. But there's a million ways to do this, and every one of your friends will give you a different option. You really kind of have to look at don't overwater, don't force a watering if they don't need the watering, and I like less is more with once a week a good watering just to clear it all out. But overwatering makes lazy plants at the beginning.
Okay, helpful, informative, entertaining. This clip, the rest of the show. What are you thinking? How are we doing here? What would you like to talk about? Put it in the comments. We got a Viewer Questions episode. It's your show, not mine. You tell me what we're going to do, and we're going to do it. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. The OCG Fam Show. It's pretty good. It happens every day. It's the OCG Fam Show. See you tomorrow.